Hi, I'm Melanie from Nova Scotia, Canada, and this is Adventures in Groceryland. And today we are going to talk about the economy of soup. I personally love soup. I love how minimal of an impact that it has in my budget, and also how I use it as a resourceful way to maximize items in my fridge that might soon be coming to their usable end. I very rarely buy broth, but when I do, I tend to buy a beef broth because we don't often have items in our budget or in our grocery supplies that make a good beef broth for me. So the last time that broth was on sale at the Atlantic Superstore, I think it was member special, where you swipe your PC Optimum card and you get the broth for 79 cents, and guaranteed the tomatoes were either 99 cents or $1. Today, as you can tell, I am going to make some type of a beef soup. This is going to be hamburger soup. This hamburger was something that I was able to get on a clearance sale for $2 a pound. And what you see there is not quite a pound, it's about 14 ounces. I scrounged through the fridge. I was gifted some leeks and some broccoli, so I'm going to use those. I have a carrot, some celery. I have cut this up actually, so this is just the remnants, but you can see here that this is definitely at its best before. I've peeled off all of the, or cut off all of the good parts. I'm going to put in some potatoes, and I'm going to see what else I can find. For me, a good soup recipe isn't an actual physical recipe. Most of my soups are different every time. I just use what I happen to have available in the fridge. So for hard cash that you see, so let's say 79 cents, $1, $2, I'm under $4. And then with the variety of veggies I have, I'm going to say the soup is going to cost me about $5 to make. And I'm hoping to get definitely a week's worth of lunches for me, and possibly 2 or 3 lunches for the other half. He is not as fond as soup as I am, and so he doesn't care to eat it as much as I do. Let's get started. And I have done some microwave cooking of my ground beef. You can cook it however you like, but this is just an easy way for me. I'm gonna make sure that it's nice and fine before I put it in to the soup. So here in this pot is the entire box of broth. The can of tomatoes, I didn't drain them, those just went right in. I have added probably 3 cups of water in addition to the broth. Once this starts to cook down and some of the liquid comes out of the vegetables, I'll have a better idea of whether I want to add even more liquid in. I probably will add a little bit more. And now I am going to add the ground beef. And you can see here that all of everything inside of there, all of the fat, I'm just putting right in. I did not drain that. Stir this up, and then I'm going to start to cook it. And I'll share at different stages of the cooking. So you can see this is quite a large pot. But right now it's only about half full. So I will add more liquid into this. I probably will do that before I start to cook it, so that all of the juices meld together. I'm going to add some spices. I have a pretty heavy hand with spices. So here you see basil, oregano, salt, and pepper. I also added garlic. And we'll let this simmer for a while. This is boiling pretty hard. I've just turned it down. I just like it to simmer. I don't need a hard boil like this. I just took the lid off. It's still boiling a little bit hard for me. I think I am just going to leave the lid, the cover of the pot off for a little bit. And here's the final result. It turned out amazing. All kinds of wonderful ingredients in there. Time for soup. When we had a turkey a couple months back, I saved meat and bones in the freezer. I couldn't lay my hands right on my big package, so I just pulled this out for in this video. I'm going to dig around a little bit more. There is a package, and it's probably close to half the turkey carcass. Also meat. And I do have a bag of drippings, also a small freezer bag that I saved. So I'm going to boil the bones down to get some broth. Then we'll add in carrots and some bow tie pasta, onions. I have a small package in the fridge of, it's like a coleslaw mix, but it's getting to the point where I should use some of that up. So I'm going to throw some of that in the soup. And I have one can of peas that I overpaid for at Dollarama when I was doing another video. And I was unsure of how I was going to use them up. And this seems like a good way. I'm going to throw them into the soup as well with some spices. Looking forward to some turkey soup. Here's the final result of my turkey soup. And I am looking to get 8 lunches out of this. So all in all, I really am a huge fan of soup. It is a super inexpensive way to use a variety of different ingredients, little bits of this, a little bit of that, and really pull it together and make a delicious and filling meal that's also pretty nutritious. And, you know, double bang for your buck. It's a way to use up those veggies that you find in the bottom of the crisper that may not be great for fresh eating, but would work perfect in a soup. Food waste is actually a very expensive part of grocery budgeting. So it's not just about getting great value in the stores, it's making sure that the things that you buy, you're actually using them before they spoil and you throw them out. So you may be watching this video on our YouTube channel or maybe on our Facebook page. Either way, share your comments. Let me know if you are a soup maker and if you like soup. Thanks for watching.